and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Texas Longhorns offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a... on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for room, it's Blue. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires and picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
So Kentucky's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down, to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give to the tailback. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And that's the impact of having a quarterback with a ton of speed. You see how the defense, everybody just locked in on the quarterback. They weren't even thinking about the receiver coming around in the jet sweep, and that's a big reason why they were able to get so many yards on that play.
With the catch, it's Key. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Motion from the offense. To the ground and try to pick up the first. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. The Wildcats are rolling down the field. 4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them. But if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand when people start pulling your direction, forget the fakes the other way, you can stay home, be productive, get big plays like this for your defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. He rifles one deep to the left. How about that play to get a hand in there?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down right there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Getting some heat, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The handoff as they run the counter play here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pressure coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Key. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Texas offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Going up top on first down. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Strong, firm tackle. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Kentucky will be forced to punt.
On to punt it away.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And that ball is picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. And he has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Golden. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Kentucky 0.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Using his legs, it's Patterson.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down. And the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with mechanics. And you can tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the jet sweep to try to get the edge here. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Working that left side now. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, the play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On the run, it's Patterson. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Here comes the two-point try.
What a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, so we're in a better route.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
So much for putting a drive together and getting into plus territory. They got it out in the flat, but just nothing doing.
Yeah, and I get it. You don't want to make a mistake in your own territory and maybe give up points or set them up for good field position, but that was not open. Just checking it down to your running back basically in the flats, and it went nowhere. There was no space. Just not a good drive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Got it in the middle. It's Patterson. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Wimsatt. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And that's just frustrating. This is an offense that can't afford to throw the football away right here on 3rd and long. Field goal does no good. Being in range means absolutely nothing. You got to take what the defense gives you, maybe make the 4th down more manageable. Now this offense in a tough spot.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Longhorns enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run, but now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Looking for a crease, it's Baxter. Racing down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, and coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. This time on target. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
The attempt through the air is incomplete.
2nd down coming up.
2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Kentucky going quickly.
3rd down coming up.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Oh, my goodness. He spikes the ball on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs. Totally losing track of the situation. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's taking a deep shot. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one has gone. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games.